Come and show me the way. Hey, you come, baby, show me the way. Come and show me the way. You know you wanna show me the way. No more playing games. Hey, you come, baby, show me the way. Come on, demonstrate. You know you wanna show me the way. Ah, yeah. She a great baby, bounce on my body, she a wine for me, no time to leave, no say bye to me, no. Real bad man, me a love and a body, the body make her never say she love me not. Real God kid from my brother, me a roger that. It's not war, if it's war, me a bring in that. Lady, show me the way, cause you're bad, I need you go bounce, cause you bad, One time if you really hustle for the green, 2 time if you're taking 1 for the team. New level, new teas, boot time, we are make cream. Show me the way. Hey, you come, baby, show me the way. Come and show me the way. You know you wanna show me the way. No more playing games. Hey, you come, baby, show me the way. Come on, demonstrate. You know you wanna show me the way. Ah, yeah. Show me the way. Baby, show me the way. Vibe on replay. Replay every day. Kuna moja tu. Wapi ya santi. Let's go, auntie. Let's go for auntie.
That's killed it.
You made the decision to play Thiago. Klopp doesn't change the system since Lubac left. You don't want to change from the 4-3.
Boom, 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 boom. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, people? We are back again on the J James Show for another FA Cup review. And this time, Liverpool take on Manchester United at Old Trafford tomorrow afternoon in the FA Cup, round of 16, going into the quarterfinal. Well, quarterfinal, in fact. It's actually a quarterfinal. What am I talking about? Big game in terms of what Liverpool can do this season. Massive game in regards to, just the fixture itself. You're talking about the oldest, football competition, the FA Cup, and 2 heavyweights, the biggest teams in English football. 2 titans, 2 mammoth teams. Of course, one team that's doing superiorly, doing far superior in the league in comparison to, obviously, another. But it's still a game where I think we got to be a bit wary. We've got to be a bit careful because these games, form does go out of the window, and I think that's quite fair to say. And look, there's going to be a big one, but big up to everyone in the building. Hope you've had a fantastic, obviously, weekend. And listen, we speak about Liverpool all the time. We speak about how Klopp likes to bring through young talent, man. We speak about it, and I've seen this guy. He's been on the socials. I've seen his Instagram, his tactical analysis, his top. He's sometimes putting certain people to shame. He speaks fluent ball. That's what we call it. He speaks fluent ball, and that's none other than Harris, Junior Game Manager. Big up to Harris. This is Harris's debut on the channel. Young G looking to, really put, make his mark, and hopefully he can do in the same way Trent and Connor Bradley have done. But before we get into anyone in the comments, and big up to everyone in the comments, smash the likes. How are you doing, Harris, man?
Yeah, I'm very good. I'm just very excited to be on this show.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's good. I'm happy to have you on, man. Really happy to have you on. When you reached out, I was like, of course, we've got to get Harris on, man. I really like your stuff. So, guys, make sure we are smashing a like. And before we do anything, head over. If you're on Instagram, anyone, head over to Junior Game Manager. The @ is down below. Head over and follow Harris on the socials, because honestly, the stuff he's doing at his age as well, ridiculous. So big up to your damn self. And yeah, before we get into it, obviously we got the pitch in the building as well. Obviously, our partners, we're going to be doing work on it with G. So big up to big up to them. We've got Honesty in the building saying big up as well. Big up to Honesty. We've got Rocco Mancini saying good luck to Liverpool tomorrow from a respectful AC Milan fan. See you in the Europa League final. Big up to Rocco. Hope you're doing well. We got Keep It Real in the building saying big up JJ. Big up to damn self. I need everyone in the chat though to spam. Yeah. Harris in the building. Shout out Harris in the building as well, man. We need to make it proper comfortable for Harris on his debut, man. But look, Harris, let's get into it, man. As I said, biggest game in English football, right? In terms of factually, the biggest teams, obviously, in England in regards to the trophies won. United obviously were a dominant force right up until Sir Alex Ferguson obviously left, and then since that period they've been up and down. But we've always struggled against United. Now, of course, you can look at certain games where we've done fantastically well, like the 7-0 last season. That was incredible. But everyone thought, do you know what I mean, in this game, in the game at Anfield, you know, that Liverpool, it was a done deal. Liverpool going to spank them over. And we played out a 0-0 draw. How are you feeling about this game, man? Like this game in general? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I think I'm feeling confident about this game. I look back at that United game that we had in December, and I think what we lacked is just clinical finishing. Obviously, because it was a 0-0 draw, but I was thinking of some areas where we can hit them. So yeah, I think tomorrow I'm feeling quite confident.
Good. I hear that, man. We've got Honesty in the building saying, "Is the young blood and LFC fan on op?" This is what they're gonna do. They're waiting. Do you want to let the people know who you repping tomorrow, man?
Obviously, Liverpool, best team in the world.
There we go, man. See, I told you we're bringing through talent, man. We're bringing through talent. So, guys, make sure, as I said, we're heading over and supporting Junior Game Manager if we're obviously, or if we're a Liverpool fan. But look, yeah, man. Going into this game, look, Liverpool on paper are the favourites, especially smacking up Sparta Prague the other day. United, however, have got nothing else to go and play for, and there is a potential for them to potentially want to go and turn up and kind of disrupt what's going on in regards to Klopp's final farewell tour. Of course, we're still on for every competition that we're in at the start of this season, which is incredible when you think about it, because no one was really thinking about that at the beginning of the season. Well, I wasn't anyway. I'm looking at this game now, and where do you see United potentially going causing us a lot of problems? Because as I said in the title, Liverpool need to be wary of a low block. Now, obviously, that's tongue in cheek, because a low block usually is like, you know what, you just got to do your job. But as we've seen with United, when they can sit back and hit you on the counter, you look at the City game. I know City at the end of it just obviously destroyed them at the Etihad, but in that first 10 minutes, when Rashford scored that goal, it looked like, they might go and beyond to something. Do you think you're looking at this game and thinking it might be a banana skin for Liverpool because form tends to go out the window in these type of games?
I think it depends on who starts up front for United. I think if Rashford starts up front, I feel like we'll be fine, because how Rashford plays up front, he's not great at pressing. I feel like Virgil could tie his hair bun 3 times if Rashford's trying to press him. So I think if Højlund starts, I think, yeah, that's a problem. And if Rashford starts on the left, yeah, I think that's definitely a problem, because I'm not going to say he would like to start right centre back, but who he could be coming up against, Højlund might try and target his side over Virgil's side, try and pin himself against him. And Højlund, he likes to get out wide at times just to try and link play, whether that's Garnacho or Rashford. So I think yeah, if United get their game plan correct, I expect Varane and Evans to play centrally. They're good at defending their box. If they get everything correct, they could walk away with a goal. I don't expect them to score 2, but if they get their game plan correct, it could mess up our quad plans.
Yeah, definitely hear that, man. So, listen, for me, I'm obviously looking at this game, and without further ado, I think let's just get into obviously our predicted lineup, and I think that's the way to obviously go and do it, because of course Klopp in obviously rotate. Well, we didn't rotate, but for me, I don't know about you. I looked at that Sparta Prague game and I thought we were gonna go proper lightweight, like see Musialowski playing, Dan starting. And I thought it would be literally the young team playing against obviously Sparta Prague at home, considering we had already beat them 5-1 obviously the week before. We start that game and Salah starting up front. We've got Diaz starting. Nunes is starting. We've got Endo starting. And yeah, Virgil van Dijk was the one that wasn't in the game, but Robertson still started. Gomez still had obviously a say in the game. And Virgil van Dijk ended up obviously coming on. So this season, it's been difficult to predict the lineups because of how Klopp has rotated. And then when we think he's going to rotate, he doesn't. And he relies on Diaz to play multiple games. So let's just get that straight in right now and we can get into it. We can have our say. Guys, make sure we're smashing a like in the building as well. And again, as I say, make sure we're heading over to, they changed that up, mad. We're heading over to display formation. Cool. Yeah, make sure we're heading over to hold on, they changed it. What's going on here? I don't know what the hell's going on. Yeah, maybe head over to Junior Gamer on Instagram as well. But cool. Let's start in goal then. Who you going with in goal, man?
I'm gonna go with Kelleher, 100%.
Yeah, not trying to start Adrian. You don't want to see Adrian get some minutes.
No. Yeah. I've got PTSD from 2020.
Yeah, I think everyone does. I think you're not the only one in that category. How obviously we haven't discussed this with you, but how impressed have you been with Kelleher in recent games? Obviously, Alison's been out for a long time now. How are you feeling about Kelleher in general, man?
I think I've been very impressed with Kelleher. Like for example, I watch a lot of podcasts and I watch Never FL, I watch Big Six bands, and at the time when Alisson got injured, a lot of people were saying they don't think Kelleher can handle it for long term. I was one of the people that backed him because I think in that quad chasing season 2 seasons ago, I think Kelleher, he did really well, especially in that final against Chelsea. And I've always just known that he's a good goalkeeper, so I wasn't too phased about Alisson's injury. But yeah, he's been very excellent recently.
Definitely hear that. Kelleher has been absolutely fantastic. I don't know what's going on with this damn screen, so I have to apologize. But we're going to go Kelleher and go, of course. All right, let's go right back. Now, of course, we've got a couple of options here. Of course, we still know Trent is out injured, looking to be back after the international break, which is obviously a massive plus. Massive plus for Liverpool just to have someone like that in our squad, right? Who are you going with at right back, man? Are you going Joe Gomez? Are you going Conor Bradley? Those are really our only options. But considering we're going up against Rashford, do you think Klopp stays with Bradley again, or do you think he looks to move Gomez onto that side?
I think we should go with Bradley.
And why is that? I
think Bradley keeps the width better than Gomez. I know Gomez he can get forward, but I trust him 100%. Like, he's come up against Alvarez, he's come up against Sterling, he's come up against Mudryk, and I trust him. I think he actually might be better 1v1 than Trent. I think he looks more composed and he looks.
Ooh.
Yeah,
he's better 1v1 than Trent. Yeah.
Yeah, because with Bradley, he looks more assured in his 1v1 duels than Trent. Trent looks like he doesn't want to get into 1v1s with forwards. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Bradley so we can keep that width. And how I was thinking tactically for this game, I think it suits us more than Gomez being out wide.
Okay, cool. So we're going Conor Bradley, right? This is Harry. Let's go. Harris is 11. All right, the two centre backs. Who are we going with on the right then? Because obviously, I think Virgil's a shoe-in, right? You got a rest. 100%. We got a relative rest. I mean, it's not a full rest because he did play his part in the game, but he got a rest obviously midweek, so he's going to be obviously firing for this game. Like, he's going to be fit. Who are you going with right centre back? Because obviously Kwanzaa's played back-to-back games now, I believe. Obviously we've got Joe Gomez who we can go and play there. Konate's obviously maybe back for the game, but that's not confirmed. We'll have to obviously wait and see for that. Who are we going with, obviously, at the back?
I'm going to go with Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa, yeah?
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Why Kwanzaa? How impressed have you been with Kwanzaa? Because obviously you're a young G yourself. You play football at high level for yourself. We're not going to expose you, but look, you know your stuff, right? Why do you go with Kwanzaa? Why do you go with Kwanzaa, man?
I'll go with Kwanzaa because I think, obviously, last season we lost 5-2 to Real Madrid. I just haven't gotten over Gomez playing centre-back since then. Honestly, I think that it's probably Joe Gomez's worst game, and I don't want to see him there ever again. I like him out wide, right back, left back.
He actually plays better. He actually plays better out wide a bit. I agree with you, to be fair.
Yeah, but I think Kwanzaa's composure, I think that I've seen a lot of people compare him to Virgil. I think that's why they compare him to Virgil, because of that composure. We're playing away at Old Trafford. You need composure on the ball. I think Gomez could be a bit erratic at times on the ball. Like, he's the kind of guy to play it from the back and accidentally stud his own his other foot.
He's getting onto Gomez. I love it. So I hear you. So we're going with Kwanzaa. Do you think with Kwanzaa then, just obviously not to digress too much, but with Kwanzaa, do you look at him and think, you know what, he's got a massive chance of being one of the main centre-backs at Liverpool in the future, considering he's 21 years old or so?
Yeah, I feel like he's one of the academy product that we have now that will probably stay on for a long time. Maybe not his whole career, but if he was, like, let's say, for example, if he's 25, 26, he could get a big move to Real Madrid, let's say, or Barcelona. So I rate Kwanzaa really highly. He's learning from the best centre-back in the world. And he's playing with Konate as well. So he's going to learn from two different centre-backs who I would love to learn from one day. But yeah, Kwanzaa. Proper.
Kwanzaa. Good, man. Good. I rate Kwanzaa as well. Big up to Uncle Albert in the building, fellow Ghanaian as well, with me and Kwanzaa saying, yes, he's a better fullback than Trent. That's in regards to Bradley, saying, why don't we just admit the fact? It's fact. Trent is a midfielder, not a fullback anymore. And listen, I'm inclined to agree. We've discussed this, Uncle, as well. So, I mean, I hope you're doing well. But yeah, I definitely agree with that. Listen, I'm liking it. I'm liking the team so far. At left back, then who are we going with? Well, obviously, you alluded to Joe Gomez. Obviously, preferring him playing at left. He's obviously been called up to the England squad as of recent. We've of course got Tsimikas, that hasn't really played a lot of minutes recently, but was decent. It has been decent ever since like the turn of the year, to be fair. With all the injuries that we had, when he's come on, I think he's done really well. And we've got Robertson as well. That's obviously had a really, really good game in midweek. Who do you start at left back then?
Now, we've got options of Gomez, Robertson and Tsimikas. Now, I think if we start Gomez, he could be coming up against Garnacho. Let's say, so let's say the front three is Rashford, Højlund and Garnacho. I think if Gomez comes up against Garnacho, I think because he's low sense of gravity, I think he could struggle. Like against Foden, I remember one time Foden just beat him 1v1 so easily, like he chipped his foot. And I think, I can't remember what happened after, but it could have led to a big chance created or something. So I think with Robertson or like a Tsimikas, they have that aggression. And because I play across the back four, I've come up against a lot of players before, and I'm going to go into detail. I came up against this Arsenal winger one time, low sense of gravity, and I did struggle. And what he did the most is like what do you call it? He dropped his shoulder many times, and I think me and Gomez were quite similar at times, since we take a while to build up our speed. So, like for example, an Mbappe, he can go straight away. He doesn't need time to build up his speed. So I feel like Gomez against Garnacho, I think it could be a long day for him. So which is why I think I'll go with Tsimikas at left back. I think Robertson, he's been hit and miss. He played well coming up, I think, off the bench against City. So I'll go with Tsimikas.
Okay, go Tsimikas. Interesting. To be fair, I hear what you're saying because looking at it objectively, like obviously, I think Gomez has been obviously fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Gomez has been fantastic, I think, but I do agree in terms of obviously he doesn't keep the width as well. I think when he's on the left, he does naturally invert because he's right-footed, so he starts to obviously want to go and play centrally. Tsimikas, obviously, Robertson played midweek, but he played the whole game, if I'm correct. He played the whole game and he played the game before that. Look, he may be fit enough to go and do that, but Tsimikas hasn't got a lot of minutes. So maybe, Klopp's promised Tsimikas that you're going to get some minutes in the FA Cup. So look, we'll go with that. I wouldn't be surprised, to be fair, if we saw Tsimikas start. We'll go Costa Tsimikas there at left back. Perfect. Now in the 6, who are you going with, man? Because our options there are quite limited. There's really 2 options, if we're being honest. We've got Manchetser, who obviously as of recent has been playing in a more advanced role, and we've got Endo playing. Endo played midweek. Before we get into anything, how have you felt about Endo and Manchetser this season? Like, obviously Endo, an unknown player coming in this season. Manchetser took a while for me to get going, but I was obviously just really cranked it up in obviously recent games, getting obviously goals and assists. How important are those 2 to what Liverpool want to do this season?
I think I'll start off with Endo. Ever since he got rushed himself in your ends, I think he's been top since I think that Arsenal game where he was just so excellent. I think he's excelled massively on the ball, defensively. He screens the back line really well. And then you got Manchetser, who I think I would agree with you at the start. I was sure about him because I've always said, I think I did a video on Manchetser last year. I said he's like a Gundogan. He gives me that type of vibe. Big moments. He has a goal, an assist in him. He can break lines. Whenever I looked at him in the 6, I wasn't too sure because I just thought he was a bit weak, and I just felt like he really exposed us. But in the 8, I think he's really, really top, as we saw last season for Brighton. So when I found out that we were signing Manchetser, I was really excited to see what he could do at Liverpool. Since he's got better forwards, like this guy was playing with Welbeck last season, and now he's playing with Jota, he's playing with Nunes, he's playing with, I don't class Gakpo as a striker, but he's playing with a lot better forwards.
Yeah, black players in general, innit? Yeah, definitely agree, man. But in the 6 then, who are you going with? Like, I think there's only one real name to put in that 6. We haven't lost with the guy in the team as of yet this season. Endo?
Gomez. I'm joking.
Gomez.
I'm joking.
No. We need to listen.
Endo.
People, say that with your chest. Say that with your chest so the screen can see you. Let's go.
I'm joking.
You say Gomez, yeah?
I'm joking. I'm gonna go with Endo.
Cool. We're gonna go with Endo. Cool. No worries. Let's get Endo in there, man. Heck, knowing Klopp, you might see Gomez in that position, man. You just never know. You just never ever know with Klopp.
That's something Pep would do.
Would you say?
That's something Pep would do.
Yeah, Pep would do that, man. It's true. All right, cool. Or let's start with the right-hand sided 8, so the left on our screens. Who are we going with in that position?
I'm gonna go with Szoboszlai. I'm really tempted to go with Elliot because I think Elliot's been excellent, but I just need that extra physicality in the midfield since we might come up against Casemiro or let's say McTominay.
Yeah, I actually agree. It's a weird one. Szoboszlai hasn't tore up any trees since he's been back. I think he had a quite poor performance against City, if we're being honest. I think on the ball he wasn't that great. Elliot was fantastic in that game. But I'm looking at Szoboszlai and he's just getting goals, isn't he? How many goals is that now in his games? How many goals?
I think he's got 7 goals and 5 assists, I think.
But no, but in his last 2 games, I think he's got 2
Oh,
goals or 3. No,
yeah,
in
yeah,
his
yeah,
last, in the 2 Sparta games, he got 2
yeah.
goals, and then he obviously missed. He didn't score a goal in there, so he's got 2. Big up to DNDJ in the building as well, Mr. Swaggy himself. Yes, he's got 7 plus 5. That's me highly saying that he's got 7 goals, 5 assists. So, look, that's what Szoboszlai gives you. And Elliott's been fantastic, and actually, he's been good. But I think obviously Szoboszlai plays obviously just because, he's going to have that experience. And Elliott has been fantastic off the bench as well. So if we need that impetus, he's more likely to give it to us than a Szoboszlai. So I think that's fair. And then on the left hand side of the 8. Now, do you see Szoboszlai playing on the left hand side, or McAllister playing on the right hand side like we did against City, or do you see Szoboszlai moving and playing on this right hand side with McAllister playing off the left?
Now, I think in that City game where Szoboszlai was on the left and McAllister was on the right, I think Szoboszlai picked up some very interesting positions. Like, he had a header, and I think he had another chance. Now, I think if he plays on the left, he can try and creep in at half space. Now, I'm going to go all the way back to the Man City game against Man United. If you look at Foden's, I think the third goal. Well, no, the second goal, because Haaland scored the last one. The second goal was with a 1-2 with Alvarez and Foden, and Casemiro, he got lost. Now, if you swap roles, let's say that's a Diaz. Let's be real, Diaz can play quick football. Same with Szoboszlai. Just that 1-2 touch passing. I think if Szoboszlai can try and exploit that half space between whether that's Dalot, or Wan-Bissaka and Casemiro, I think we can get some joy just there in that half space with Szoboszlai making that run with a 1-2 potentially with Diaz, and trying to get a cutback for someone in the box. So I'm not too sure, because then again, McAllister on the left, I can't remember what he's like on the left for Liverpool. Obviously, he does like to break lines.
We haven't seen him there that often, to be fair. It's been quite sporadic. So, yeah, man. You know what? You actually make a good point. I'm actually going to go with what you're saying. I think it's best to go and put McAllister on this side. I think that's fair, because I think McAllister is going to start this game, and we'll have Szoboszlai on the left.
Yeah.
I think that makes it gives us a bit more balance. I think because I like it, and with the energy on this side as well. Yeah, I think it'll be quite interesting to go and see that. So,
but then again,
Dalot obviously comes down this side as well, so it might be good to have Szoboszlai covering as well. He's got more legs than McAllister.
Yeah, but then again, if you think about it, with Bradley on Kwanzaa, if you put Szoboszlai on the right, he can help out defensively with Rashford, or even going forward. Szoboszlai and Salah, they have a very good understanding of each other. Like in that Europa League game, there was a moment where Salah and Szoboszlai, they linked really well. 1-touch, 2-touch passing. I think it was on the right hand side, and Szoboszlai made a run, and they linked up really well. So we do miss that link up with Szoboszlai and Salah. So I'm not too sure, but I think I'll go with McAllister on the right, Szoboszlai on the left.
Okay, cool. We'll keep it like that then. Okay, and then up front, the front three. Who are we going with, man? We've got. I don't want to say an abundance, but to be fair, hold on. Only Jota's the only forward we've got out at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, I would have started this game. I would have started this for this game. I feel like he would give Varane a headache. And who was it? What's his name? Evans. But I'm going to go with Nunes up top. I'm going to go with Salah on the right. I'm tempted to go Elliott, but I feel like he'll be better off the bench than a Salah. I feel like Salah starting this game, he's going to want to get the goals. And then Elliott, he can come on and see out the game, or potentially impact the game if we're 1-0 down. And then I'm going to go with Diaz on the left.
Yeah, man. So this is obviously the team we've gone with. How? Two questions then. Obviously, we know how good Salah is. We know how inevitable Salah is. How are you feeling about Diaz? Obviously, there's been a lot of talk surrounding Diaz. Diaz potentially moving to PSG. Diaz moving to Barcelona for 100+ million euros. The best performance we've probably seen against City by an individual without scoring a goal. In terms of what he was able to go and do, especially at Anfield individually. What's your thoughts on Diaz as a player? Because he's starting to split the fan base. There's a lot of fans are, pro Diaz. They like what he offers and are looking at, the misses as opportunities gained. And of course, there are some fans that have just washed their hands with him now and saying, nah, he's just never going to be that clinical player that we need or once had with like a Mane. Where do you stand on the Diaz situation?
Now, I think if Diaz was to go in the summer, I wouldn't be like too upset. I would miss him because we haven't had many players where we've had that flair and that trickery. I've seen Diaz play live 2 seasons ago against Everton, where we won 2-0 in a quad chasing season, and he does look really good live. But I looked at his GA today, and I think it's poor. Obviously, he's had problems with his family. He's had injuries from a certain Arsenal player that I will never forgive, Thomas Partey. And I just think his output is poor. His finishing is poor. I think we could upgrade on Diaz with, like, let's say, a Leao. He's someone that I would love to see, because I think if you look at someone like that, who can get goals, who can get assists, he's much stronger than Diaz. He's much more of a threat. I think we could do better. Or even, let's say, what's his name, Musiala. I would love Musiala at Liverpool, or let's say Sane. I think we could upgrade on Diaz with that, but he has to step up. I'm giving him one last season. I need to see 15 goals, because I'm seeing Martinelli bag 15 GA.
I hear you. You want to see 15? Yeah. I hear you. Yeah. The Diaz one, I hear, and look, Uncle Albert's saying it here. He's like, Diaz has to go. He's wasteful, and Klopp refuses to bench him. He's causing him a waste pipe. We've got obviously Gakpo, Nunes, Salah. A lot of people, like I said, are done with Diaz. For me, in contrast, right, if I had to compare like a Gakpo and a Diaz, I'd have a Diaz in my team any day over a Gakpo. And the reason why is he's someone that doesn't hide. Now, of course, he's not proven to be the most clinical. He's not scoring a ton load of goals. Like you said, the output is poor. But a Gakpo for me is someone that hides. I think I'll go back to the City game when he got the ball and could have shot when he was inside the box and decided to pass to Salah. That for me shows a player that's not got any confidence about him or his abilities, because that's where you, as a top player, you're a forward in the middle of the box, you take your shot. You might miss, like Haaland takes that shot, Tony takes that shot, Salah takes that shot, Mane would have taken that shot. The person that plays that pass is a person that's like, you know what, like Gini Wijnaldum might have played that pass because he's like, you know what, I'm going to give it to someone that can score. So for me, I understand the frustrations with the output situation 100%, because I've got onto Nunes for that. But it's everything else that he goes and provides. It's the fact that he's able to go and beat I don't know many players that can do what Diaz did against City. Albeit he didn't score, but I don't know many players in the league right now or in world football that can go and do that on a consistent basis. And Diaz does do that. So for me, I think, look, we need to just, like I said, he's come back from an injury, give him that time. And then we'll have to see. But listen, I hear you. There's the fact that you're talking about Leao. Leao's obviously a decent player. I look at, obviously, Kvaratskhelia. I do like him as a player. I know his output hasn't been, in fact, he's been decent, but he hasn't been as good as when he was a couple of seasons ago or last season when they won the league. But he's still a good player. Sane, I'm a massive fan of. Maybe we can get him. I don't know. Look, we can definitely do what is. We can definitely upgrade. The problem is that I don't think that the jump to the upgrade is as big. If that makes sense. I don't think that Musiala's one that that's the one that I caveat with. I think is outstanding. But if we were to go and get a Leao, he might do better, but he might actually suit being a more of a number 9 because it's not going to be as easy to burn past his fullback in the way he does in Serie A. So we'd have to wait and see. We've got a couple of people saying Nico Williams. Are you a fan of Nico Williams?
Another shout. Yeah, people do actually say that at school, people call me Liao because they think I look like him.
We've got Liao. Yeah. Hold on, is that what we're starting with? So we've got Liao in the building with us. All right. So no, they call him Liao. Yeah. Have you got the ability? Have you got Liao's ability though?
I don't think I can drive fast players like him. I can't. Not like him. But I've got the smile. Like there's times where you'll see me smiling. But people in younger years, like they'll say, "Oh, Liao, you scored yesterday."
Liao, that's hilarious. I hear that, man. We've got Uncle Albert saying, "Sell Diaz, buy Nico Williams. Liao is injury prone and AC Milan won't sell him." Yeah, that would be a massive struggling point. We've got Uncle saying, "Look, Gakpo isn't any better, Jerry. The only thing is we can't sell both of them. If it was left to me, I'll sell both." I hear you. I think Diaz is the one I wouldn't sell purely because of the what he is in terms of like I said. We'll have to wait and see. But I hear people's obviously qualms regarding that. We've got Honesty here saying questions on Lucho last season. VVD was bad. He didn't trust his knee, and that's the same for Lucho. And before people say it, you can't compare playing for club and country. That's definitely true as well. Yeah. Obviously, the lineup that we've got here, obviously, that you've gone with is Keller in goal. We've got Bradley at right back, Kwanzaa, Van Dijk, Tsimikas starting at left back with Endo in the 6. McAllister, Szoboszlai in midfield with Salah, Nunes, and Diaz up front. That's a very strong lineup, man. That's a very strong lineup, and I think everyone would agree. To be fair, that's a lineup that we can definitely see. Obviously, United struggling to deal with, if we're being honest. Correct?
Yeah. I just think them playing a low block. I think we could break this low block better than last time we faced them because we've got the likes of McAllister. Who, let's say, I think we faced West Ham, I think at the start of the season, and I remember McAllister's chip ball. So I'm looking at those kind of things that McAllister can do. I think he's the key to break down United. Like I said just a few seconds ago, against West Ham, he chipped the ball over for Nunez. So I'm looking at stuff like that, how we could try and break them down. Obviously, in the half space, Casemiro, he can't run. And up against the Szoboszlai, I think it could be a long day for him. If Szoboszlai chooses to be the Szoboszlai that he was against City, we could struggle because we need his energy levels, we need his physicality. And then I'm looking at the key areas, the key battles. Diaz against Wan-Bissaka, I'm not too sure. Dalot, again, I'm not too sure because I've seen fullbacks get tight with Diaz, get aggressive with him, and he's not great against stuff like that. And I think Dalot is probably their most aggressive fullback. He's going to want to get tight to Diaz. He's going to want to try and frustrate him. But I think Diaz needs to really turn up. Yeah,
I think that's fair. I think the argument that he needs to turn up, I think undoubtedly because the way he was, I mean, like the chances he missed were were criminal.
Yeah.
We're definitely criminal. So guys, make sure we're smashing likes. Obviously, that's Harris's starting lineup. Now, what we are going to do is let's see if we can reset this. Share this tab instead. Can you guys see that? Let me just make sure you can see it. Cool, perfect. So we've got the tactics board out now. Let me just actually change us to white. Let's just do the players, right? Hold on. Let's see if Harris knows his numbers. I think he probably knows them better than me. Let's just move all of these. We're going to change these guys into that Red Devil red. And cool. So again, obviously Keller in goal. That's number 62. You're saying Connor Bradley at right back. You're saying Kwanzaa. What number is Kwanzaa, Harris?
78.
78. Oh,
we have to get Gizmo off. He has to come off. Joe Gizmo.
Joe Gizmo's got to come off. Who then at left back? That's number 26?
21.
21, there we go. Tsimikas. See, he's good. We've got Endo in that position there. We're playing McAllister on the right? That's the way we've done it, with Szoboszlai on the left. We're going Diaz, Nunes, and Salah
Yeah.
in that position there, like that. Cool. We'll sort this out in a minute. And then let's just change all of these. Actually, let's keep these. Actually, let's change these to white. Actually, let's change the color because we're probably going to be wearing that. Actually, let's wear green because we're probably going to be wearing green. I assume. What kit do you think we're going to be wearing? The white and green one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Nunes will probably turn up in that kit because he always scores in that kit.
You're right, you know. I was actually thinking about that the other day, and I was like, anytime we've got that kit on, he's scoring screamers. He's tearing up. And to be fair, a Nunes turn up against at Old Trafford would be lovely, man. It would be lovely to go and see that.
Yeah, because Ten Hag wanted
the
ball.
Oh yes, they did want him.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, they wanted Nunes. They wanted Gakpo. They wanted who else did they want from our team? They wanted Fabinho, but obviously he's left. They've wanted Mane, and we just taken all of their targets. And the thing is, we always get the last laugh because a certain DM that rejected us last season. No, this season in the summer, he's gone to Chelsea and he's not doing too well.
Caicedo. Is that the one you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. At the time, I was in Jamaica, and I just got back from my restaurant. And honestly, I was so gassed. I thought, we're winning the league. I was watching Cal. I was watching Calvin, what do you call it, Team Coppish. I was watching Big Sixpence, and I got so gassed. And then in the morning, I woke up, and obviously the times are different in Jamaica and in England. I go on Twitter, and I just see Fabrizio's tweet. I was so frustrated. I was so frustrated because I wanted Caicedo.
About Caicedo going to choosing.
Refreshing Twitter just to see if there's any news, because that Ornstein bomb that really got me fired up.
And then it just fell through in it, and you just thought, oh no, like this is
felt so flat.
Like, I mean, why is it? You're probably thinking, why does this always happen to Liverpool? All that type of stuff, right?
Because I was tagging Chelsea fans on my Snap story. Yeah, I said when we get back to school, you're gonna get cooked. And then I see that tweet. I took off my story.
Oh man, I hear that. Listen, I got cooked for that, man. I was there making raps and dropping bars. I got cooked myself. So listen, I hear it. But cool. I'm just quickly, obviously, just changing the numbers of the players of the team. Now, listen, this team might not go and start, but this is the team that went and faced. This is the team that went and faced. Actually, it's not the team, but I think it's the team that Man United could potentially go with, because they did go and face. Who did they go and face? Everton last time out. Obviously in the league. Having a look now, obviously that's Rashford up front.
Number 11 there.
Number 11 there.
Yeah, number 17. Replacing this one.
Number 17 there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then number 11 here. Yeah. So. Cool. So, as we can see, obviously, we've got Liverpool on the right. That's the team that we've gone with. And now this team, look, they've got obviously Lindelof that was been playing at left back in recent games. They haven't really got a left back to go and play there. So it could be Dalot. But Dalot's had done quite well as a right back. So I actually don't see that happening. We've obviously got Varane, Evans, that partnership that you spoke about. In front of them, they've got Casemiro and Kobe Mainoo. Very, very good youngster as well, to be fair. Fernandez in that number 10 role. Højlund, who seems is he back? Is Højlund back?
I've seen a few sources saying that he could start. So I would expect that lineup.
Because it may be McTominay if that's the case.
McTominay up front. I mean, I've seen a few clips of him in the academy playing up front, but I don't think he would go with him up front. I feel like he'll go Rashford up top, then put Garnacho, and then put that fidget spinner on the right against Tsimikas.
Yeah,
Anthony.
Yeah. So what? So do you think? So who do you think would actually start for United then, if we're going for it? So we've got obviously Onana in goal, number 24. that's the back line that obviously they
Yeah.
went with. Do you see Lindelof coming out and someone else coming in
No.
there?
I think if
No.
Wan-Bissaka starts, he will go Delo at left back.
But
But I would like to see Lindelof against Salah because I feel like we could try and exploit Lindelof. I think he's the weakest link.
100%. I think what they'll try to go and do is in situations is have this happen in possession as he goes and gets forward. So it's not an inversion, but in possession they'll probably make it a 3. So I definitely hear that. So I think we keep it there. I think Casemiro, Mainu, I think that's fine. Fernandez, obviously their skipper is going to play. If Højlund's available, who'll play? There might be McTominay, but we'll keep that. Rashford, I think, will start, and Garnacho, obviously one of their main forwards, if not their, irreplaceable player right now up front in terms of what he's offering. He's probably going to go and play. So obviously you've got one team that's lining up in a kind of 4, if we're going to be honest, like a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1 type of formation, right?
Yeah.
If we did like that. Obviously Liverpool with their 4-3-3. Now, as we know, if we're in possession and we've got the ball, we do really like to obviously do that inverted role somehow. So we'll obviously have Bradley that's going to be holding a lot of width for us here.
Yeah.
We'll have obviously Tsimikas that likes to go and do that as well, but may have to come a bit more narrow, a bit more.
Come a bit deeper, try and get 1v1.
Exactly. Try and get 1v1 here. Obviously, we've got Szoboszlai that's going to obviously try and obviously occupy these spaces. They'll be rotating with each other, so you might get Diaz coming here. But he likes to come central, be more like that because he likes to stay compact. We'll have obviously the 10 here. We'll have obviously Endo here. Yeah. And then we'll have these two that like to kind of play like this. And although it's not inverted, it's a kind of back 3, but it's a bit lopsided because we do see that a lot of the time, right? In these situations.
At the back, including the midfield, we do look like a 2-3 at times. So the midfield just screening the back line, but just a bit further forward with the 2 8s, let's say in a half space, or just where Rashford is, where Rashford's numbers. And who else? Let's say where Casemiro is. They like to loiter there, but obviously Endo being the deepest midfielder. So I think in transition we could struggle, but I do trust Virgil to sweep up. Kwanzaa will probably have the more dirty work to do, getting out wide to try and deal with Rashford.
Because these situations, because in possession we may be like this, popping the ball about, but obviously Rashford is going to be looking to target these areas. Obviously Bruno Fernandes will be floating around. So let's say Mainu drops in and they drop in to kind of screen the back four as we're trying to play a pass and they win the ball. It's Fernandes getting either side of obviously the 8s, or getting in these half spaces that obviously will lose. Endo might be out to press, and if he doesn't get there, that ball's on, isn't it? And that's the ball that obviously they like to go and play. Then you've got runners in obviously Rasmus. You have Garnacho there, and you can see this is where they obviously like to go and cause some problems. We actually saw it. That's how they scored against City, where what happens at times as well is in these situations, even if you've got Højlund, is he might go and drop in to go and get the ball back, like feet to obviously get the ball to feet, and obviously the centre back likes to go and press up quite tight. So as they do that, and he sets it off to like a player here, you've got him that makes the running beyond, and it may be a Casemiro or Hing or Dallo, whether if he sets it back, plays the ball into him, he can then obviously set it back to Rashford, and then they can attack that way. So they are quite creative in that sense, because Bruno Fernandes has got the license to kind of roam around. But you're saying then these are the main areas like that as always that we need to worry about. It's these flanks on both sides.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Now, in regards to United, then where do you think they can? Obviously, Liverpool. Then where do you think Liverpool can go and hurt United?
Now, looking at Lindelof starting at left back, I think if Salah's on the right, and let's say we switch the roles with Manchetser and Szoboszlai, I think we eat really good on that side. Honestly,
like this way. So this combination where Salah's here, we've got Bradley likes to come in this side, and this type of role here.
Yeah. So like if he was to switch Szoboszlai and Bradley, if Szoboszlai makes that run, I think Mainu has the legs to get back and follow Szoboszlai. But let's say if he doesn't and he leaves his marker, I don't think Evans can get across to try and block the cutback. So let's say Salah's 1v1 with Lindelof, he's driving at him, he slides
beats him
through.
Obviously, Evans now has a problem because if he makes that run that way, Evans either has to follow him because Maino hasn't tracked him, right? Evans either has to follow him, which allows Salah to come in and score, and you'll never obviously come in here and score, which you never want. So what you're saying is if that happens and Evans tries to get out here, you got Szoboszlai on the edge here, ready for that pullback. That pullback on the edge with obviously Nunes occupying Varane here in these situations. You got Diaz that comes inside, really trying to force Dalot obviously out wide. You got Tsimikas that's probably going to be on the overload as well in these situations. As we got
it'll be that switch because we like to get the ball to Tsimikas, like we like to switch it to him. Then he's able to get 1v1, or he's able to take a touch out and get a cross in. So yeah,
definitely. I definitely hear that, man. Definitely hear that. So, guys, listen, these are some gems you're getting from Harris, man. Listen, he might. This might be the future manager of Liverpool one day, man. This is what we're talking about, man. You just never know. But listen, I definitely hear it.
I'm hoping for to be a player and then possibly manage in the future.
Exactly. We wish you definitely all the best, man. But cool. Let's just get into the comments before we get into obviously to the score predictions as well. Big up to M Time is in the building as well.
Jerry.
Yes.
My battery's gone down really low. It's gone down to 8%. It was quite slow before. I charged it before my iPad, but it's on 8%. So I'm just gonna let you know.
Cool. Don't worry. If it cuts off, we know, man. But listen, everyone in the building, give a round before. I don't want obviously the camera to shut off. I want a virtual round of applause in the chat. I want everyone bigging up Harris. This is Harris's debut on YouTube, people. Yeah, under 16 footballer we've got on the channel. Like the tactics he's discussing. I'm not gonna lie. Listen, a lot of you guys, Uncle Albert at 15, did you know the tactics at Harris? I don't know. Christian, did you know the tactics? Honestly, at 15, were you this clued up? And he's one of our own. He's a Liverpool fan as well. So, listen, everyone, give him a round of applause. Big up to obviously, look, Captain Sal. We've got Dustin in the building as well. Big up, bro. Everyone's bigging you up, man. Listen, people are rating you. I think so. Big up to yourself. Cool. What we'll do then, let's get the score predictions. Let's get everyone's score predictions into. Guys, get your score predictions in. And if you're watching this on the replay, please leave your score predictions in the comments down below. But Harris, what's your score prediction for the game? Or who's your first scorer for tomorrow, man?
I think we win. I think I'll say 3-0.
3-0.
Yeah, I think I'm really confident in our team at the moment. I think if Højlund starts, they could potentially get a goal. But if you look at his goals, some of them have been really scrappy. And I just feel like with the composure of Virgil and Kwanzaa at the back, Virgil obviously offers that reassurance at the back. I think if everything goes to plan defensively, I think we'll be fine. Honestly, I'm not scared of Garnacho. I think he's horrible, honestly. I think he's a horrible player. Garnacho.
Well, Garnacho's horrible.
I think he's
horrible.
Yeah.
You're not rating the overhead kick.
I mean, yeah. That's a good goal, but I think I look at him and I just don't think he's a threat. I think Rashford.
I hear you.
Because Rashford on stage, we've seen what Rashford's done to Trent before. We've seen him chop him inside. Obviously, that's not the same Rashford, but he does have that in his locker. Yeah,
definitely, man. So you're going 3-0 Liverpool. Who gets the first goal?
The one and only Mo Salah.
Mo Salah with the first goal. Then you heard it here first. That's obviously Harris Junior Gamer saying 3-1 or 3-0. I'm gonna go 3-1. I think in terms of goals, I think we can do it. I think it'll be a good performance. I think it'll be 3-1, but I think we do concede.
To who though?
And ironically, I do think it will be Garnacho to go and get the goal on the back post as well. No. I do believe so. I think on the back post, I think we just get caught out. It might be Kelleher saves it, but parries it into Garnacho's obviously path, and he's just there to obviously go and follow up. As we go and obviously get picked off in the transition, I think keeping clean sheets is not something that Liverpool do very regularly, back to back. We saw even obviously on Thursday night we couldn't keep a clean sheet. We couldn't keep a clean sheet against Sparta Prague before. We could potentially get City, of course. So for me, I'm going maybe 3-1 or 2-1 game. Because you're being confident, I'm going to go 3-1. I'm saying 2-1, but I'm going to go 3-1 because you said 3-1. And I think the person to get the first goal, I think, will be Luis Diaz. I think Luis Diaz, ironically, is going to go and get the first goal for Liverpool. Whether that's a tap-in or not, I just got a feeling Luis Diaz is going to obviously prove the doubters wrong. We've got obviously one.
Let's got one question. Who do you think wins the Ballon d'Or this season? And another one. Do you prefer 2019 Virgil or this Virgil right now?
(2019) Virgil, was that the season we won the Champions League?
Yeah.
2019 Virgil. 2019 Virgil was something I don't think we'll see again. Like 2019 and 2020 Virgil, like we won the Champions League and the league, those seasons, unreal. I think he shows he's a bit more human this season. Although he's been fantastic, and I think he's performing at a high level. He's near that level. I don't think he's there yet, but he's been absolutely fantastic. Who's going to win the Ballon d'Or? Because Salah Champions League, that's not going to count. They're not going to look at someone in Europa League. Well, watch out for Mbappe, people. Bellingham or Mbappe, one of them. If Mbappe does something special with PSG, like, do you know what I mean? If albeit, I think if Bellingham doesn't make it to the final, as an example, with Real Madrid, and Mbappe manages to get to the final and it's, I don't know, an Arsenal PSG final, even if PSG don't win it, I think what he would have done with the goals that he's getting and how he's been performing as a recent, I think it might be Mbappe to get that first Ballon d'Or. I don't know. What about yourself?
I think if everything goes to plan with Liverpool winning the quad and our number 4 winning the Euros, possibly, I think Virgil could do something, because I look at this Netherlands squad now and the talent that's upcoming. I support them. Look, I think I support England as well, but we've got a certain manager in charge and his decisions, they baffle me. So
not feeling Southgate.
Nope. I like watching the Netherlands because I think the defense, of course, they got Van der Ven, they got Virgil, they got Timber, who I'm a massive fan of. I was screaming for him to come to Liverpool last summer. Who else? De Ligt, they got De Vrij, they got Ake, they got Botman, they got all of these big centre backs. Then you got the midfielders, they got De Jong, they got Gravenberch. They've got a lot of talent in their team. I think they could potentially do something in the Euros. Then you look at the pie up front, Gakpo. I mean, obviously the Liverpool Gakpo, who I like to call Ghost Po. I think he could do something in the Euros because he does turn up for the Netherlands. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Listen, if they manage to go and do it and he does it and he's in contention again, I think that if he even finishes second in Ballon d'Or rankings again, I think it's unanimous that he's the best defender that's lived in the modern era. I don't want to compare it to Beckenbauer and those centre backs because obviously that's a different time and they were winning multiple players of the year. But in terms of the modern era in the Premier League, I think it's clear at that point, 100%, man. Getting into it now, we've got Phil Bidwell here saying obviously 2-0 we'll get a clean sheet. 4-1 LFC, Darwin, Brace, Salah and Soboslai. And for them, Rashid. Who's Rashid? Rashford. Rashid. that must be a typo. I'm gonna allow you. We've got Mihaly saying 3-1 Liverpool, Salah, Dom, Soboslai, and Nunes. They're all players that can get a goal as well. We've got 4-1, another 4-1 Liverpool, Salah 2, Nunes 1, and Diaz 1. We've got Dustin saying 5-1 Liverpool, which is incredible. 5-1, that's mad. Big up to K-Mac saying, big up Jay. We've got Dustin saying, I actually rate Garnacho. Hold on, what's going on? Someone's unplugged. Have they unplugged it? Yeah, they have. You're talking about your camera dying. My camera's about to die. Look, my camera's gone as well because of the TV, Harris. Because of the charger, Harris. 2 seconds. This is what happens when you rely on technology, people. This is why I need you guys to smash the like, not getting all these technical difficulties.
Yeah, smash that like button. I think this channel,
smashed.
I think this channel is magnificent. Like I watch it every day. Every time I see that live, I click notification and I smash that like button straight away. Then obviously on Twitter, I'm not sure if you noticed, but I always repost your stuff.
I have, man. I have. Appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Cool. Rashid is Rashford. Big up Savage. He calls him Rashid. Big up to Savage. We've got FBG Duck saying 1-0 Liverpool. Simmons been balling out. Jerry, I'm alive. Wait. This guy, man. Big up to yourself. 2-0 unusual clean sheet. We've got Mbappe and VVD for obviously Ballon d'Or ratings. Going through them again. D&DJ saying, Jerry, what's your outro song? My outro song, is actually it's a Liverpool chant that I got, but John DII actually went and actually made the tune for me. So it's a Liverpool chant, Campione song. But that's he's obviously put a beat on it. So yeah, to get that, listen, what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna go and release it as a track on the YouTube channel so people can go and download it and have it on their phone or whatnot. Honesty saying this version of VVD, if we win the quad, he needs to be in the team of the year, player of the season in the Prem and top 5 in Europe. So people are hearing what you got to say. KLFC asking, is Curtis Jones back for the Brighton game? And yes, he will be. That's what Klopp has stated. Kwanzaa saved the club 50+ million. Albert going on to say, you mean 70 million if Colwell was worth 60, saying that Kwanzaa's actually better than Colwell. We've got KFC saying if Aaron Wan-Bissaka starts, we're not getting anything down the right-hand side. I think that's fair. Big up John in the building. Let's speak of the devil. Speak of the devil. Big up the chat, saying Jaden Dan's. Listen, all I want to know, John, is do you allow me to release that song? I need permission in it, You get masters, don't worry. Do you allow me to release that song as a single on the channel? Let me know for people to download. We'll obviously discuss it. Sorry, I forgot I have now in terms of smashing a like. No worries. Big up to Phil Bidwell. We've got FBG Duck saying Jerry, Prime VVD or Prime Terry? Prime VVD, but Terry's underrated, I think. I
don't think Terry can play in this era because let's say he gets put in a higher line against let's say an Isaac or a Nunes or Haaland. I think let's say through one goal, I don't think he's got the legs to get back. But I rate this thing in the low block. But I just think in this era, like we've got the ball playing centre backs now, Virgil, Konate, we've got Saliba, we've got who else? David Alaba, who I rate highly from Real Madrid. I don't think he can play in this era. I don't think he will look as.
No, you wouldn't. Maybe you're right.
Tarkowski's another shout as well, who I rate highly.
Tarkowski's good. I like Dunk.
Stone.
I like Dunk from Brighton. Dunk's really good.
Yeah, Brighton I follow quite closely. Like they're my second team. I love the football that they play. But probably my favourite defenders, I would say, is probably obviously Virgil. It's my top one. Colwell.
What's your top three?
That's a tough one. So I'll probably say Virgil, Stones. I don't know, because a lot of my friends, they say, oh, Harris, you remind me a bit of a Stones or a Colwell. I'm actually not sure, because I love Konate.
Colwell or Kwanzaa? Which one are you? You're saying Colwell. Who's better, Colwell or Kwanzaa?
I think I need to see another season of Kwanzaa, because I think last season Colwell was excellent. I think it was honestly excellent last season for Brighton. But Liverpool bias, I'm going to say Kwanzaa.
Cool. I like to hear it. Is the best of Liverpool defenders since Jokey. Fact. I can't lie, United fan here. Apart from pace and strength, I think Terry's better. Everything else here, I think no. Virgil van Dijk's a better passer. He's a better long range passer. I think that's fair. FBG Duck. But listen, you're an op in it. So you're FBG Duck. You're saying you're an op anyway. So we're ready to obviously spank you. Pause.
Yeah. And I've just had to move my my iPad because it was on 3% and I don't want to log off the.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. We're about to finish anyway. I think the chats are coming. We've got Jaden Dan's double incoming. I hope Jaden Dan's gets a goal. I really like Jaden Dan's as well. And yeah, people. But look, that's been the preview. Big up to everyone in the building, obviously, for obviously tuning in, guys. Make sure we're smashing. Make sure we're smashing a like. We got Ramstan saying, "Ask Chelsea fans about AVB and Terry playing a high line." Yeah, he's just agreeing with you, Harris. Man, he's agreeing with you, Harris. I rated Cahill higher than Terry at peak. Really? You rated Cahill over Terry? I don't know about that. I think you guys are proving your age. But listen, first of all, Harris, well done, man. Well done. It's been a superb debut from yourself. Honestly, you're destined for greatness, obviously. Big up to everyone in the chat. I want everyone to head over to Junior Gamer. That's JNR Game Manager. Head over to the Instagram, head over to the Twitter as well. And follow the accounts, man. Follow the accounts. YouTube channel may be incoming soon, but until then, make sure you're hitting those socials and you're smashing like. And listen, hopefully we get a lot more of you, obviously, on different channels, on this channel as well, because obviously I'm honored to obviously have you on this channel, man. Honestly, I like bringing through.
The dream come true, honestly, because I've watched many channels. Obviously, I watch your channel, I watch Never a Foul, I watch Big Six Bands, Team Coppish, and whenever I watch those streams, it's been like I need to be on this, on these streams, especially on Never a Foul, because if Arsenal don't win the league, I'm looking for Gunnar Lee. I'm looking for him.
Yeah, Gunnar Lee used to come on his channel, but he got cooked up because I don't know if you know. Gunnar Lee was Liverpool Lee at one point. Gunnar Lee was a Liverpool Lee. His channel was Liverpool Lee. He was coming on as Liverpool Lee. Of course he does, because he's hurt. He's hurt.
He has an agenda against Szoboszlai, trying to say that Havertz is better than him. Trying to compare Saliba and Gabriel to Virgil. So I need to find him one day. One day.
Liverpool Lee, 50 euros out for you. You know, he's ready to come for your neck. But listen, appreciate you being on, guys. Make sure, listen, I want everyone to obviously in the comments, if you're watching this on a replay, if you're in the live comments now, round of applause, virtual round of applause, digital round of applause on the chat right now for Harris in the building as well. And yeah, obviously, big up to everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you hit that notification bell and smash the like, because we will be going live with a tactics board for the game tomorrow as well. So I'm obviously looking forward to seeing you guys there. But look, until next time, people, it's been a Dre James show. Anything you want to say before we head off, Harris?
Just thanks for having me on this stream. Everyone, and thanks for your kindness. Hopefully we get the win tomorrow. And let's do this. Let's win this quad.
There we go, man. There we go. Listen, until next time, people, it's been the Dre James show, and we are out. Peace. See you on the other side.
Bye.